Hi folks, thank you so much for all the likes and comments on my last video. Here's part 1 of the Supermoto build, just giving the bike a bit of a service. I bought it secondhand from a guy who used it for an hour and then broke his leg, so he can't ride it anymore unfortunately, but his loss is my gain. So first things first, I want to give it a clean, air filter off, bung up the carburetor and another one in the exhaust, hit it with a little bit of soap and a little bit of water. She's looking better already. Now, this has been barely run in, but because it's secondhand, I still want to check over the engine. So first thing is to set the tappet clearances by removing the gear shifter, removing the flywheel cover, and then heading round to the other side of the engine. I pulled off the spark plug boot and used that to give me a bit better access to remove the bolt holding on the cam cover. I want to check the timing and it's perfect. You can see that by the notch on the head lining up with the mark on the wheel, and then the top dead center mark on the flywheel lining up with the notch on the engine casing. Quickly pop off the tappet covers and then consult your owner's manual always. Stomp recommends a 0.15mm clearance on the inlet side and a 0.2mm clearance on the exhaust side. I then put the feeler gauge in between the tappet adjuster and the valve stem and gave it a nip up just so that it bites and no more. And then tightened up the bolt, making sure not to mess up the clearance that I just set. You can get a tappet adjusting tool that will make this a bit easier, but I don't have one, so pliers and a socket it is. Same story for the exhaust side, and then once it's all put back together, let the bike warm up because I want to change out the oil. The bike definitely had its transport oil still sitting in there, and you don't want to run the bike on this. So let it warm up, and then I pulled this sump plug out and just look at that stuff. Nasty. So got all of it out of the bike and disposed of properly. And then I treated myself to a new sump bolt. It's a nice magnetic one, red anodized, and it has the holes pre-drilled through the bolt for some lock wire. Stomp recommends Putaline 4-stroke 1040 bike oil, so that's exactly what we're using in here. I put about 800ml of this, and look at it, it's so much nicer than the transport oil. Also treated myself to a new dipstick because it's pretty hard to see the oil level on a black one. Then I added a hour meter just inside the shroud there, and this works by wrapping the wire in a coil around your spark plug wire. So now my hours are 0. I've given the bike a fresh start up and just let it run all that nice new oil through. I don't have a budget for custom graphics kits yet, but my wife has a TikTok shop where she makes stickers and bookmarks, so I got her to help me make up some holographic nameplates, and after another quick clean, these were installed. They're a waterproof holographic vinyl, and the track that I plan to run the bike in is indoors, so this should really pop under the lights. As you can see, I installed the other two just below the seat. They have my name and the Orkney flag on. Also got some swing arm stickers from every pit biker's favourite place. And that's how she's looking right now.